With version 3, we introduced a natural language process for turning descriptions of your photos into industry standard metadata. The new Relationship Manager is one of the keys to this new functionality. It identifies words that you would say naturally to describe people in your photos, such as mother and father, and translates them into real names. Let's see how this works. Our first step is to make sure that we have either iCloud Drive or Dropbox turned on in your Cloud Sync settings. Using the Relationship Manager involves editing a text file using your Mac or Windows PC, much the same way we do for importing people names into the voice recognition vocabulary. Once you're connected, open your QromaScan folder on your Mac or PC and find the settings folder. Inside there, find and open the relationship.txt file using a text editor, such as TextEdit on the Mac. The Relationship Manager has a really simple structure. You'll start with the common noun that you want to use, followed by an equal sign, and then the full name you want to use. Let me give you an example. Now, you're probably going to be in a lot of your own photos, so let's start with the noun I, followed by an equal sign, then followed by your full name, just like that. Now, whenever I say the word I during voice recognition, QromaScan will tag me in the people metadata panel. You can group related nouns together and map them to the same person. For example, I might refer to my father in a bunch of different ways. So I can use the word father and then separate it by a comma, and then add the word dad, and then follow it with the equal sign, and then the full name. Now, whenever either of these words are detective, Joseph Knight is added to my metadata. Now, you might have some cases where you might want to group people together to the same noun. For example, your grandparents. Here, we sort of do the reverse of what we just did in the last example. You start with a plural noun, followed by the equal sign, and then add the names of the people separated by a comma. In this case, these are my grandparents, but I'm not limited to just two people's names. I can add as many as I like as long as I separate each with a comma. Don't put a comma after the last name, but do remember to place a carriage return after each line. Finally, you might have multiple different people that have the same relationship. For example, multiple uncles or sisters. In this example, just write each line normally, and when you need to use each duplicate noun, just add the first name during recognition. So, for example, in this case, I have two uncles listed here, and if I want to use the first, I would just say Uncle Jim, and in the other case, I would say Uncle Bill. Once I'm done, I just need to save my file, and the changes automatically go to QromaScan. Let's have a look. Here in my settings, I can see my Relationship Manager, and here are the nouns I've identified. If I'm ever away from my computer and I want to make a quick change, I can just slide this over to the left and edit the file right inside QromaScan, and the changes happen immediately. Now that that's all done, let's give it a try. Here's a photo from back in my college days, and it's a perfect opportunity to try the new Relationship Manager. Here we go. This is Uncle Jim and I helping to rebuild the Rising Star Baptist Church in Greensboro, Alabama in April of 1997. That's it. Now you can use a more natural way of describing people in your photos, and QromaScan automatically puts in their full names. You're not limited to just family member type nouns. Almost any single word noun will work, and it should save you a lot of time.